Another tournament appearance for you. You've been there second year as a head coach.
Very nice.
So congratulations. I watched the entire Rhode Island game. Actually, I watched the entire Richmond game as well. That was a great game.
That was a fun game.
It was a fun game to watch, and I watched the entire Rhode Island game. Just give me your thoughts on that championship game. Rhode Island trailed. They were out to a 29-12 lead. They went zone on you. But for me, bottom line was you couldn't hit a shot. And Mo Alley Cox had a bunch of easy bunny looks, but he just couldn't knock them down.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we didn't guard the three-point line well enough, and then we missed I think 27 shots around the rim in the paint.
Yep.
And we had 23 offensive rebounds, which is great. That means you miss a bunch of shots. But when you don't convert those offensive rebounds, it doesn't really do you much good. When you just miss a shot, get the rebound, and miss another shot, that doesn't really help you a whole lot. So we shoot a bunch of shots at the rim. Typically, we've made them all year, but against Rhode Island, they didn't fall. And Rhode Island has great length. Give them credit for that. They're going to be a tough out for Creighton in the tournament. And when they're making shots, their Achilles heel's been they haven't shot it great all year, and they've been injured. Now they finally got their full team. They're a preseason top 25 team with their full group. And the last 4 weeks of the season, 3 or 4 weeks of the season, is really the only time all year they've been fully healthy and had their full team. And they were the best team in the league preseason for a reason when they had their full team, and they played extremely well in that championship game.
I will say this:
guys battled. We got the thing down to one possession, 3 points with a couple minutes left. We just didn't have enough from there.
You guys are fun to watch, and I will say this: Justin Tillman is an athletic freak. I mean, anything close to the rim, he's pulling it down. He gets off the floor so quick. He's just an athletic freak. It's got to be nice to have him and Mo Alley, obviously, down low. So, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, Mo Alley's from up your way.
He is. He's from Alexandria, isn't he?
Right up Northern Virginia. Yep. Right up there.
All right, we're talking to Will Wade, head basketball coach at VCU. And for people that don't know, he's a young guy, one of the young stars in this business. And just reading about your story, Coach, man, just unbelievable. I know this is about what you guys want to do in the tournament, but people need to know. This is a guy who started as a student manager cakes at Clemson, right? And then became a grad assistant, right, under Larry Shyatt and Oliver Purnell. Then worked his way up, moved over to Harvard, then VCU as an assistant, then got his first head coaching gig at Chattanooga. And there you go, 2 years ago at VCU. Did you know all along this was your journey, this is what you wanted to do? When did it dawn on you that this is what you wanted to pursue?
Well, I always like to point out I worked at Harvard. I never went to Harvard. I always like to
right.
point that out, set the record straight. After you hear me talk for a few minutes, it's pretty obvious that I just worked there. But, no, actually, originally my mom was a high school teacher and educator and principal for 30 years. She just retired. My degree is in secondary education, history and geography, and I was just going to be a high school teacher and coach high school basketball. And Coach Purnell, who I worked for at Clemson, he said, "Come be my graduate assistant. I'll pay for your grad school, and we'll see where this thing takes you." And I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back since. I've kind of been doing it ever since then.
What does the student manager do, though?
It was never the original plan to do this.
What does the student manager do when you were in the student manager position? I know.
Stats, right? Stats, grab balls. Towels.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Got to be a jack of all trades.
Did the guy
I tell you what, if you want a good worker and you're hiring, you better find a college basketball manager. Those people are the most resourceful, hardest working folks you could find. They're good people.
All right, so let's talk about this matchup. St. Mary's, obviously coming out of the West Coast Conference. They only lost 4 games, 3 of those to Gonzaga. They are a great defensive team. Well coached. Randy Bennett's been there a bunch of times, and he knows how to get his team prepared for the tournament. They only allow like 57 points a game, which has got to be in the top 5 in the country. They play a very methodical type offense. They got shooters. That Londale kid is good. What kind of problems do they present for you guys?
You summed it up pretty good. They are, they're an elite offensive team. They've got the Londale kid down low who can score, and they got a bunch of shooters around him. they put you in a lot of tough spots defensively with their ball screens and how they spread you and are able to see the court and make the extra pass. They're a really, really good offensive team, elite in college basketball, and they possess the ball for a long amount of time. They have the second longest offensive possessions in the country.
Yep.
And then defensively, they make you work. They're not going to give you anything easy. Back on the East Coast, they'd be most similar to Virginia defensively. That type of defense. In fact, I think Virginia's number one defense, and they're right behind them with a lot of the stats. But they're very, very good defensively. They're physical. They guard ball screens a unique way, which is going to be adjustment for our team. And they do a great job of. It's really, really hard to do. They do a great job of taking away threes and not fouling, which is a tough combination. Usually, if you're running people off the three, you're in driving situations and you end up fouling a whole lot.